Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing the 2025 version of the Helix Sunset. In April 2025, Helix updated their entire mattress line with new covers, materials, design changes, and more. This is the base version of the Sunset, which Helix claims they designed for side sleepers in mind with a soft firmness rating. To date, we've tested about 75 mattresses that are available in a soft firmness, and they can be a little polarizing for their deeper sinkage and lack of support for back and stomach sleepers. Will the Helix Sunset have these same issues? And even so, will soft mattresses fans love it? Let's jump into the review and find out now. Here is the performance scorecard that resulted from our 10 objective and data-driven tests. As you can see, the base Helix Sunset model is no slouch. It earned green scores across the board, with cooling and pressure relief both receiving 10 out of 10 ratings. The company score was not far behind at a 7.9, and from there, the remaining 5 categories all earned scores in the low to mid 8 range. This gave the Helix Sunset an overall score of 9.16, which ranks it among the top 15% among all mattresses tested to date. This is a fantastic score for a mattress with 2 tiers of upgrades above it. Before we move on, do note that the Sunset we tested included the optional cooling pillow top. This pillow top adds the cooling cover and also adds another inch of total height to the mattress. This cooling cover absolutely is the reason we saw perfect cooling performance in our tests. Regarding firmness, the Helix Sunset is available in a single firmness, 4 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a soft feel. This is ideally suited to the needs of side sleepers. Next, we're going to talk through the Helix Sunset does best. First, the mattress has fantastic cooling performance, and this is despite the deeper sinkage. Second, the Sunset has exceptional pressure relief with 4.5 inches of material in the comfort layer of the mattress. Third, the mattress is great value, as the average price of a queen-size hybrid is roughly $1,500, whereas the Sunset is only $1,100. However, not all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Sunset. First, the mattress features extremely deep sinkage that may not be ideal for many back and stomach sleepers. Second, the edge support is good, but not amazing. When we look at the sitting edge support in particular, we measured a larger amount of compression. This isn't terrible, but there's certainly room for improvement, which we've seen on their more expensive models. Finally, the Helix Sunset only comes with a 100-night trial period. This is a good deal less than the average trial period we've seen to date at around 170 nights. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Helix Sunset is excellent. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with an 8-inch support layer. This is 0.07 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.93 inches based on all of our tests to date. The coil unit looks and feels high quality. In addition, it's also equipped with reinforced coils along the left and right sides of the mattress, which help to improve edge support. The big support factor to consider on the Helix Sunset is the softness and sinkage depth. The combination of 4 out of 10 soft feel firmness and extremely deep sinkage makes this mattress best suited for side sleepers. The deeper sinkage makes this mattress not a great fit for most back and stomach sleepers, as the sinkage depth will simply fail to create sufficient support. Lastly, the mattress does not use zonal support. Zone layers are usually tuned to create more support and less sinkage in the middle of the mattress. Based on all my tests to date and analysis of the materials and my subjective experiences, I'm confident that most side sleepers will find support on the Helix Sunset is excellent. However, I would recommend that most back and stomach sleepers avoid this mattress unless you are certain that you prefer a deeper sinkage and a soft feel. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we wound the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Helix Sunset has outstanding cooling. During our test, I did not feel any significant level of heat retention around my body. To the contrary, the surface of the mattress remained notably cool. Our Sunset mattress included the optional cooling cover, which Helix calls Glaciotech. This cover is incredibly high performance, being among the best cooling covers I've tested to date. It gives the mattress a cool-to-the-touch feel and maintains that cooler feel for the duration of our cooling tests. Beyond the cooling cover, we have high-performance foams that breathe well and a pocketed coil unit bringing more air into the mattress. This combination of material and design choices allows the Helix Sunset to earn a 10 out of 10 for cooling performance. This score reflects the upgrade of the enhanced cooling cover. Without the cooling cover, the score would likely be a 9 out of 10, which is the same score that all other 2025 Helix Core mattresses earned during our tests. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 89.8 degrees. This is 0.1 degrees less than the average of 89.9 degrees based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 5.4 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 0.7 degrees cooler than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.7 degrees. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is outstanding. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel like you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Helix Sunset has extremely deep sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 3.04 inches. This is 0.86 inches more sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.18 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced body contouring hug despite the deeper than average sinkage level. Heavier parts of the body do sink down to a greater depth, especially midsection and butt. Lighter parts of the body aren't sinking down as deeply. Many times, softer mattresses, especially those with substantial memory foam layers, can create an excessive hug to the point that it's more difficult to move around on the mattress. On the Sunset mattress, the mix of memory foam, polyfoams, and coils alongside the Eurotop quilted cover creates a more balanced, less polarizing feel that many different types of sleepers can enjoy. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Helix Sunset has a low level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 8.51 meters per second squared. This is 2% less motion transfer than the average of 8.67 meters per second squared. The Sunset mattress is a bit of a mixed bag for motion transfer. On the positive side, the 1.75 inches of memory foam, thick quilted cover, and softer feel are all helping to absorb energy and disperse motion. However, we also have a deeper sinkage level, which means it's easier to come into greater contact with the pocketed coil unit, which will generate more motion. It's for this reason that bounce is slightly higher than average, which is also adding a little extra motion. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0.14 seconds. After 0.14 seconds, we see motion notably decline, and by 0.93 seconds, we've returned to near zero levels of energy. While the motion intensity was about average, motion duration was longer than average, most likely the result of the deeper level of sinkage. All that to say, while motion isn't the best we've seen from the Helix lineup, it's still about average and should be a non-issue for most sleepers. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Helix Sunset has a fast material response. In our mostly recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.4 seconds, which is 0.02 seconds faster than the average of 0.42 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.9 seconds, which is 0.09 seconds faster than the average of 0.99 seconds. Mattresses with the fastest response times are able to mostly recover within 0.2 seconds and fully recover within 0.3 seconds. Suffice to say, Helix Sunset isn't at that level, but it's also not slow either. Certainly, the 1.75 inches of memory foam layers are slowing down the total material response time. The memory foam simply takes a moment or two to recover back to its original shape after it's been compressed. In addition, the extremely deep sinkage level means the mattress is compressed to greater depths, which means it has further to recover to get back to its original shape and height. All that said, the majority of the material layers are polyfoam and coils, all of which are springing back to shape effectively instantly. For those sleepers who love the soft feel, I expect this level of material responsiveness will be perfectly fine. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Helix Sunset has a moderate level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 9.30 inches. This is 0.16 inches more bounce than the average of 9.14 inches based on all of our tests to date. As was the case with motion transfer, we have material and design choices that are both helping to increase and decrease bounce. The thick all-foam comfort layer, 1.75 inches of memory foam, and robust Eurotop cover are all absorbing a great deal of bounce. However, the extremely deep sinkage level allows the body to come into greater contact with the coil unit, which returns more bounce. As a result, we see a total level of bounce slightly higher than average. Bounce at this level is going to be sufficient for most sleepers. It's not so low as to have a significant negative impact on sex, while also aiding in ease of movement, but it's not so high as to create undue motion transfer. Overall, I'm pleased with this level of bounce, and I expect it will be a non-issue for most sleepers. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Helix Sunset has good sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 4.5 inches. This is 0.49 inches more sitting sinkage than the average of 4.01 inches based on all of our tests to date. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt that the support was good in all sleep positions. While both lying and sitting edge support were good, it's clear they do not rise to the excellent or outstanding level. Softer mattresses often struggle with edge support, as the extra sinkage can weaken support along the edges. That is essentially what we see here with the Sunset. Notably, the mattress is equipped with 2 rows of reinforced edge support coils. These coils are only on the left and right sides of the mattress and are not present at the head or foot of the mattress. These coils are absolutely helping to improve edge support. Even so, they aren't miracle workers, and when considered alongside the soft feel and extremely deep sinkage, you end up with a level of edge support that is good, but not incredible. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edge are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Helix Sunset has good sex performance. First up, let's talk through what the Sunset does best. Noise is minimal, and both pressure relief and cooling earn perfect scores. Where the mattress lost a few amorous activity points is in edge support and bounce. We measured sitting edge support sinkage at 4.50 inches. This is a good bit worse than average, and means that the usable surface area of the mattress just isn't as large due to the edge support being less than great. This is especially true along the head and foot of the mattress, where the mattress lacks those reinforced edge support coils. Bounce is in a similar position, measuring at a slightly higher level than average. Even so, when it comes to bounce, more is almost always better, though ideally I want to see 10 inches or higher. Nevertheless, it feels really hard to complain too much about the sex score. Soft mattresses often really struggle with sex performance due to deeper sinkage, thicker comfort layers, and a softer feel. However, that's not what we saw with the Sunset. This mattress earned a highly respectable score, especially considering its soft feel. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Helix Sunset has an outstanding level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no pressure points on my body. The Sunset is incredibly comfortable. The mattress is equipped with 4.5 inches of comfort material, which is 0.36 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.14 inches based on all of our tests to date. As a reminder, our Sunset included the optional Glaciotex cooling pillow top. Not only does this cover improve cooling, but it also adds an extra inch of high-performance foam within the improved Eurotop cover. This extra material makes a substantial difference in terms of pressure and comfort, so much so that without it, the score would likely drop to a 9 out of 10. Beyond simply having a thicker comfort layer, the quality of the materials is excellent, especially considering the price. Each layer, both foam and coil, looks and feels high quality both on the body and in hand. Foam densities range from 1.5 to 2.4 PCF. PCF is a measure of density. Higher density foams last longer, sag less, and are generally more comfortable. Ideally, I want to see at least one comfort layer between a 3 to 4 PCF, but we don't see that here with the Sunset. Even so, it's hard to complain too much given the price point. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 0.66. A PSI of 2.0 is a high pressure point, and we came nowhere near that level. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experience on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be outstanding. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong smell and/or a smell that dissipates more quickly are better. The Helix Sunset had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 7 days. This is 0.4 days longer than the average smell duration of 6.6 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Helix mattresses come with a 100-night trial period and a lifetime warranty. Shipping and returns are both free. So, should you buy the Helix Sunset? This one is an absolute no-brainer if you are a side sleeper who prefers a soft feel. The Sunset has a satisfying, enveloping feeling with one of the deepest sinkage measurements we've recorded to date. However, the Sunset would probably be most ideal for those weighing under 250 pounds, as heavier bodies may find themselves sinking so far down that it compromises spinal alignment, thereby creating support issues. But if all sleepers truly stick to their sides, there's not as much to worry about. I hesitated to praise the cooling performance too much because the model we tested also included the optional cooling cover, which is an additional cost during purchase. Regardless, cooling performance was exceptionally good and would probably still be excellent with the base Sunset model that didn't include the Glaciotex cover. Finally, one of the best reasons to recommend the Sunset is for the price. At $1,100 for a queen, it's one of the best mattresses we've tested in this pricing tier. And if you want an upgrade to more material, zonal support, reinforced edges, and other upgrades, there are 2 higher tiers available with the Sunset Luxe and Sunset Elite. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Sunset, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.